Good evening and welcome back to Bourbon and Boarding after a week off.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, we claim that we had other things to do. I just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, I just had 20 people at the house, so it did not work out last week, even at this late hour.
Yeah, we'd gone out to do some stuff, so it didn't work out. But yes, good evening, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hope you all had a great time. I'm sure you didn't miss us too much last week. I hope you weren't all weeping and wailing, rending of hair, and well, not that
Gnashing
I would know
of
about
teeth.
gnashing of teeth. But anyway, we're back.
We are.
After we got 2 weeks of hockey. And
well,
kind
one
of.
and a half weeks because of the break. But yeah.
Indeed. But yeah, it's good to get back in the saddle. I was just saying to Brahma, saying to you, my friend, that I've been so lazy with the YouTube stuff after a year of shows every night and making videos and planning shows and whatever. The last week I've just done virtually nothing.
Yeah, it makes you understand why like everybody who does like the Daily Wire stuff or even like Fox News and all the correspondents on there, all the big names just take the month of December off, just take the holidays off.
Yeah,
because it's kind of nice to take a break every now and then, get rid of some of the burnout.
Yeah,
especially if you're doing shows every night.
Well, I know, and I know that you're doing stuff every day. I mean, I had one night off, which was Wednesdays, and I switched doing my live show to Wednesdays. I realised that's a mistake because that was the only night off I had. So now I'm going back to Mondays. So
yeah,
that's 7 days a week now. Again, it's not so much. It's great when you switch the microphone on and you just go. It's all the prep beforehand that I find that it's like, oh my God, I've spent all day prepping for this live show,
Luckily, this show's easy to prep. We just go on Twitter and find all the clips of everything that's happened in the NHL.
Steal shit from Twitter.
Talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. And pretend that we know what's going on.
Stuttering guitarist, actually, somebody who's been in the chat, emailed me and said, I like the way you guys talk about hockey because it's just the same way I would with friends. We'd be like, oh, did you see this clip? And then show it to him on the phone and, talk about it for a few minutes. So,
and that's all we're doing, really. We're just, this is what we do. We just talk to each other like we'd be talking in the room, kind of, it's not, I have no idea how to be a professional presenter of a sports digest show.
Nor do I. Nor do I want to.
No, I don't have. The production values are not that high, but we just use our charming personality.
Yeah, I'm still trying to remember how to do this since we haven't done it in a couple weeks.
Don't ask me. Oh, you're going to show this clip? Well, let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we figured we'd start you guys off with a clip, and then maybe we'll go into what we're drinking tonight. But this was a cut scene from Elf, the movie, with Will Ferrell. So let's see if it'll transition, get some volume here. And
it's looking like it. Yeah, hear that?
We're getting walloped.
Buddy, get in there and do your thing.
Watch, we'll get nailed for the music.
I think I've shown this clip on a show, and I'm not sure it did get nailed, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We get nailed for everything anyway. That's the way the game should be played.
So yeah, with the season that it is, I figured that would be a fitting clip to show everybody right off the bat. I had never seen it before tonight that I could remember.
I did see it once, and I had it on a show. So at one point, I put it on one of my shows, but I'd forgotten about it. It's a shame they didn't have three little elves like the Hanson brothers sitting on the bench. That would have been neat.
And they just go grab his legs and hang on.
Yeah, they get sent out to take him out. Yeah, that would have been funny.
That'd have been funny. Don't
I
know that
guess-
people would have gotten the reference, but it would have been funny.
Probably not. No. So yes, well, what are we drinking? Yes, let's get to the bourbon part or the drinking part of the show.
Well, what's left after my dad and a few other people have been here? We went through a bottle of Weller Antique 107, a bottle of one of the 175s at Buffalo Trace,
Yeah,
a bottle of Eagle Rare, and a bottle of Smoke Wagon. So I've got
that was just the
a
women
little
in the
Buffalo
house.
Trace, and I've got half a bottle of Eagle Rare left
All
out
right.
of all the stuff that I had stored up over the past couple weeks. So
You got to hit the
I'm
stores.
going with the cheap one, the Buffalo Trace.
You got to hit the liquor stores before New Year's then.
Oh, we hit the liquor stores and managed to get 3 bottles between me and my dad. We got 3 bottles of Weller Antique 107, that's one of those you don't see very often. So we took down a whole bottle of that over the week because we had 3 bottles. It was like, all right, we each have one to keep unopened until a regular, a special occasion, and we can go ahead and drink on this one all week. So
All right, cool.
that part was fun.
I'm trying to finish this Elijah Craig.
Elijah.
So that's what I'm on.
I like how your bottles last for 2 seasons and my bottles last for 2 years.
I've got a whole load of them back there. They're all at various stages. I haven't really drunk a lot over Christmas period. I have some soju, the Korean stuff.
Yeah.
It's mainly it's not like real booze,
Well, every evening we after everybody kind of went to bed, it was just like, all right, let's go have a cigar and have a few bourbons and
nice.
Just hang out. So
I wish I'd been there, my friend. Maybe next year. I'll come and eat all your meat.
Yeah,
so,
I made a ton of it.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
And we've got lots of people in the chats. Very nice. Good to see you all.
Yeah, I think we got a raid. I think somebody said.
Maybe a snow raid. Possibly. And I can see Credence, as in Christian Delorme, over there on my Rumble. Yep. Good to see you, Christian. We got a bunch of people. Davina, Mike DiCarlo, Tim's here. Read by Nature. Terry Rose, Marcus Felix, Tuckerverse. So yeah, a bunch of people. Who have we got in your?
Yeah, well, they're all mixed. So FKHC's in there as well.
Yeah.
There's a few people through. I've got both chats mixed, so I can't tell who's in which.
Smokey's
in there.
Without my glasses on, I can't actually see the studio view.
Well, then you probably can't see our new ticker that is giving NHL news across the top.
We have a ticker. How professional is that?
Yeah, I found an RSS ticker that I could use for this. So now you get actual news while listening to us pretend we're news.
That's right. Yeah, we can probably just read that out for the rest of the show. That would be the show.
Yeah, Mason Marchment was taken to the hospital after he was hit in the face by a puck for the second time this season.
I can't. I'm kind of saying I can't wait to see what happened, and because you didn't see his face when he went off, but I do have the clip of him being hit. I mean, he's got a face that attracts pucks and sticks quite regularly. But I have to say this one was particularly unlucky. Here it is. Let me just see if I can get this up. Again, I can't remember how to do this stuff. How do you do this? Wait, okay, share or transition. So Logan Stankoven fires a shot in. It's deflected. And it goes under his visor.
Spot as the
right in the bridge of the nose, I think.
Yep.
Stankoven, and obviously straight up into the face underneath the visor that he wears. He's the net front guy there to.
And then the blood starts pouring.
Oh yeah. That one right in the face. Dave Zeiss out there to.
That's 2 in like a month, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's got a huge scar and stitches already from.
Yeah, still got
in an odd spot.
It was Dodanov, and then it came off Stankoven. So people were saying Stankoven wanted to move up a line, so he was trying to deliberately injure Marchment.
I could use it for the fantasy team. I need some more playing minutes out of. No, I've got Heiskanen, don't I?
Yeah, Stankoven's like all the other players is ice cold at the moment. Like we can't score for shit, but. I believe Marchment is now out It's week to week as opposed
Yeah.
to day to day. So, but there immediately was a ton of blood. I think he got hit right here. In fact, he's already got a huge stitches and a scar here and another thing down here. Now he's got right there. And there he is. He looks a bit like a sort of a budget Errol Flynn. So that's really made it. That's his Hollywood career over. Just a flesh wound.
Oops.
Poor bugger, though. I mean, I got to feel bad for him for that, but what a shame. That was one of the Stars have been so bad that I've not really got any clips from them.
Yeah, I don't think I've got any. Well, I may have some where they're on the receiving side of something.
Oh, I would think so. Yes. So this, hang on, I got to open this. The only other. They actually are so bad right now; it's unbelievable. They contrived to in the third period to lose a 2-0 lead and then lose in overtime to the Wild, with the Wild being without Kaprizov and multiple other players, and it was the most disgraceful. But we are now 18-0 in power plays, so we haven't scored in 18 power plays.
So you're 0-18.
0-18, sorry, yes. If 18-0 I could live with. So this is the message that's going out. We just can't score for shit. So plus they're as soft as butter right now. But we actually had 7 minutes. We contrived to lose to the New York Rangers. We had 7 power plays, including a 5-minute major, and all we had to show for it was a shorty they scored.
And I've got that 5-minute major because we.
No, the show's over. Time's up. It's all over.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was big over the past 2 weeks. This was once again, Matt Rempe's in the lineup for.
This
minutes.
one. Oh, this was. This
is one where you have to avoid that.
Yes.
You have to avoid that. Here's the call.
New York Rangers has a 5-minute major for elbowing and the game misconduct. Dallas over 24, 2 minutes for roughing. New York doing 7-3, 2 in the minor.
Yeah, and then we need to see that from other angles, but it was bad.
I'm pretty sure it shows.
Ropey Hintz jumped in there after a defense to his. Watch. I mean, you just have to stop.
Yeah.
He gets the elbow
And the Rangers commentators are normally real homers, and they
into the glass. And again, Heiskanen is not the type of player
Rempe's now played
that would try and draw something, stay down if he wasn't hurt, and then
been kicked out of 12 or 14 of them.
Yeah, he's got more. He's been kicked out of more games than
he's got more penalty minutes than he has regular minutes.
Yeah, it was bad. It was both elbowing and boarding at the same time. People were trying.
It's getting hard to argue that it's just because of his height. He did not have to lift his arm at all to make that.
He led with the elbow. It was egregious in my opinion, not being just a homer, but I thought that's terrible. He could have broken someone's neck there. He could have broken Miro's neck
very easily.
Yeah, it's just awful. And then and he's winking and waving at the fans, going off and whatever. I thought, you fucking piece of shit,
And what came of that was, since he had been suspended 4 games at the end of last season for the same type of hit, he's now a repeat offender. He got an 8-game suspension out of that and no pay during the suspension. So losing out on roughly $80,000 of a contract that can't be paying him a ton. I mean, he's a 4th liner that is rarely in the NHL. So
he's been more time out of it suspended than he's been in it. And elbow and boarding. It's just reckless nonsense. There was no need for that. I mean, yes, he knew we wouldn't score on the resulting power play, but that's beside the point.
That's beside the point. It doesn't matter that you guys suck.
I thought I thought, oh my God, he's actually killed somebody, killed Miro, but he got up again, okay. But people were trying to defend it.
Yeah.
It's a hockey play, textbook clean hit,
Yeah, they're just blinded by Rempe. Because a lot of people just really I enjoyed him last year. I thought it was kind of funny, but it's gotten to the point where that's all he does. He goes in, lays out one big hit trying to kill somebody, gets ejected out of the game. It's like, why do they even keep calling you up?
Yeah.
And the Rangers right now are on a horrible
Not that night
of
they
bad
weren't.
hockey. Well, not that night.
They came up against a team that's even worse than them. The Stars.
They started off like 14-2, and then over the past month or whatever it's been, they've won 4-14.
Yeah.
So
and they've tried
Rangers
blowing
are
it up.
looking bad,
and they're blowing it up as well. They're blowing it up. So
that's the other thing we got to talk about. Some trades
we do, but just before that, I want to show. This is how you're supposed to do a hit. Not
McAvoy?
What Rempe does. This is McAvoy.
McAvoy.
Yeah. Now, on second look though, watch the slew foot.
Whoa, Ken
Yep.
Johnson's slew foot there.
I got the worst of it. Ken Johnson, he sees him.
So it doesn't look quite as bad then, but it's still pretty bad for McAvoy. Welcome to the boards.
Yeah. Dive headfirst into the boards. That's like that. Not near as bad as the one last year, but do you remember the one where we just showed the guy that just like launched himself and went head first directly into the glass and missed the guy completely?
That's right. Hello. This that game, that Boston Blue Jackets game, was a bit chippier than I would have expected such a game to be. There's quite a lot of incidents I've clipped from that one. For some reason, they've got a bit of a thing about each other. I'm not quite sure. Was Miro injured? No, he was okay. He got up again, went off for concussion protocol, came back.
Yeah.
I mean, I say he's okay. He's still, like the rest of the team, playing like ass, but that's beside the point. But yeah, that Boston Blue Jackets game was quite chippy. In fact, I might just show that now. McAvoy was involved in a lot of this, but
yeah.
Let me just.
Here, look out, McAvoy, and he is.
We'll start that again. So.
It was Tarasov. Blue Jackets are clear.
Boom.
Look out, McAvoy, and he is clobbered by Olivier.
Oh, is he ever? And he's not getting up.
And now we're going to have a scrap here. Zadorov dropping the gloves with Olivier. It's Olivier's second fight of the night. And the big man in Zadorov after a huge hit on McAvoy. Right.
Come on, boys.
Free there, and then the jabs from Olivier with the left.
I expect more out of these two.
Zadorov at 6'6".
It's two big boys.
Yeah, I was expecting. There we go. That's better.
Right from Olivier, another jab.
That's more like it.
Again.
I'm not sure any of them connected with anything though.
No,
they threw them.
They're making it look good though.
The jersey and
pretending to fight.
Puck.
But the hit was.
He knows he's going to get hit right here.
Oh,
Olivier stays low on him.
That's a pretty bad one, I think.
Yep. Well, real quick, got to call out our good friend Eric K, sending out 5 gifted memberships for your channel and 5 gifted memberships for my channel.
Oh,
so
Eric.
I'd say that deserves a cheers and a drink.
Thank you, Eric. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bud. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
And Snowdub said he tried to send a raid over, but his show ended before we started.
No worries, Snow. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Cotton Council. Wonderful show. If anyone's not watched it, a lot of fun. But thank you for that, Eric. I think we should probably... I'm going to see if I can remember how to do this.
Well, we've got the Shoresy long clip for 10 memberships. That might be appropriate.
We could do. I was going to play an advert, but we can still play that as well. So I get this one. If it'll play. Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Oh, it's pausing a lot, unfortunately.
I'd like to order some food.
That's on our end. On their end, it should be playing.
How many people in the room? Just me.
I don't know. I think it may be pausing for everybody.
That's what happens when we upload videos in here instead of just showing them.
3 pizza, chicken fingers, 2 meatloaf dinner.
I'll skip it. Let's skip that. It's not working. Sorry about that, everybody.
I think it's just on our back end that we're not seeing it. But
technical.
somebody
No,
can let
I
us
was
know
watching
if
it
they're seeing
live. I was watching it on the streams, and it didn't seem to be playing properly. It was the Ovechkin All-Star Road Trip one.
Yeah, where he's ordering food to the rooms.
Yeah, sorry about that. It didn't seem to work right, but
we can show him a funny clip.
Let's do
this is a little bit more of somebody causing self-harm to themselves. This is in warm-ups. It's not really that much self-harm in this one, but it was kind of funny. He's doing his warm-up routine where he bangs up against the glass.
Oh, that one. Yes. I saw that one.
It's worth getting here early for warm-up. Stephen Lorenz loves body checking.
And his helmet gets stuck in the glass.
Oh,
sort of.
Embarrassing.
The strap got wedged between two planes of glass. Quite the ordeal to get it loose. Max Domi had to come with a pair of scissors to finally.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, kind of funny. I'm going to bang up against the glass.
Lorenz loves body checking.
Helmet stuck.
Yeah, just
it's not quite as good as the McAvoy just flat out missing a check.
That's right.
Self-inflicted.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, you're out. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing, really. I mean, you think about it. You think you're looking super cool doing your thing.
Yep.
But
I do have something that I think would fit Eric K. His personality and the things he enjoys. Mrs. Marchand, after a game, asking if he had talked to Pasta yet after the game. And his answer was quite interesting. It was a dumb question, but the answer is good. Let me make sure I can get the volume up on this one because it's a little bit quiet.
Juicy pasta after. How do you look?
Looks phenomenal naked. That's on the shower. Want me to go on?
No, please don't.
Okay.
Did you see Pasta after the game? Yeah, he looked phenomenal naked. He was in the. I was with him in the shower.
Juicy pasta after. How do you look?
Looks phenomenal naked. That's on the shower. Want me to go on?
Want me to go on?
See what we like about him as a player, as a Bruin and a player and a guy we all love to hate, but he is funny. He can be very funny.
He is actually kind of hilarious, but he's still such a rat.
Oh, he's a rat, but my God, that's funny. He looks
that one was funny.
Naked. And just what I would expect from Boston Bruins players, you know.
Yeah. Not the answer they were looking for there.
I mean, but what kind of a question is? I mean, if you'd said, "Have you seen him?" to ask him about something or other, and a topic, have you seen him? Well, probably have seen him. You know, but what kind of a question is that?
Yeah, I'm assuming maybe he got hit hard or had to go to the locker room or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what led up to that. I just saw the response and was like, "Oh yeah, we're taking that clip."
Yeah, that's a good one. Just looking at I've got the Calgary San Jose Sharks game on over there. It's 2-1 to Calgary.
Go through standings and
let's do some
scoreboard.
Yeah, let's take a look at today's scores on the doors. The game that I've got on over there right now, Flames, my local team, don't support them, but per se, Sharks, they're beating the Sharks 2-1, although the Sharks are playing pretty well.
The Sharks, to be honest, the Sharks have become a team that is actually kind of fun to watch. Celebrini, I've got a clip of Celebrini that we'll play after, but he's pretty electric to watch.
I like the Sharks. Yeah, I'm rooting for them.
They're still going to lose the games, but you're seeing some amazing plays coming out of that kid.
Yeah, they're really trying to play the right way, I think.
Yeah, and I do find it hilarious that now I'm seeing all over Twitter how much the Sharks fans want Georgiev sent down to the AHL immediately. We played the Sharks, so it was Blackwood versus Georgiev, and all I wanted was, come on, do it
4 goals
the same way you did. I didn't care about the 4 goals. I just wanted the first shot to be a goal like it was every time against us.
Yeah.
Sure enough, first shot of the game, we score on Georgiev.
Oh, wow.
So that was glorious.
So, yeah, it wasn't just you. It was him.
Yeah. I think where the Avs have been going, it's been proven that the goalies were the issue.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah. It's all you.
It's all you. So the Montreal Canadiens 4-0 against the Panthers. Now, you were saying that was the debut game for the Canadiens goalie?
For the Canadiens goalie, this was his first NHL game ever. Gets a shutout against the defending champs.
I know, in their arena.
Yeah, but they weren't playing Bobrovsky, so there was a little bit of difference there from the normal lineup. But
I do have
shutout in your NHL debut is pretty amazing.
It's gold. It's gold. Yeah, I have got one Patrick Laney clip because he's been playing really well there. Seems to be enjoying it. He's got 8 goals and 8 power plays or something. So he's on it. The Kraken beat the Canucks for the battle of the left coast. The battle of the left coast.
Yep.
Kraken against the Canucks 5-4.
Did the Kraken's new acquisition Capo do anything in that game?
We'd have to look at the
box score.
Yeah. Capo. He did not get a goal or an assist.
One hit.
One hit to the body, one giveaway, one sadomasochism, one SM. So he did not do a great deal. Personally, I'd be fine if the earthquake hit both of those. The coast there. Flyers 3, Ducks 1. An overtime win, which is a shame it wasn't regulation. Kings Oilers 4-3 in overtime. Yeah, I guess they both get points. That's a shame.
Yep. That's the wrong conference to have overtime games
Indeed. For us. Bruins 4, Blue Jackets 0 in a very, very hotly contested game. I didn't realize they didn't like each other so much. But there you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure what set off all that, but that was a rough game.
It looked like it. There was more incidents than the ones we've shown, for sure. Yeah. Caps on Ovi's return, I believe.
Yep,
and he did score.
Ovi got a goal.
He got a goal. 5-2 against the Leafs. Caps are looking so freaking good right now.
Yeah.
It's
I'll be wondering what will happen with Ovi back in the lineup. Will they go back to the last couple of years Caps? I mean, yes, they were playing good before he went out, but if you're constantly trying to set up Ovi, are you concentrating on wins or not?
Yeah, that's
I'll be interested to see what the dynamic is going forward.
Yeah, they should stick with what they've been doing because it's working.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. The Lightning, who absolutely nailed it tonight. I do have a couple of clips. 6-2 against the Rangers. I think they scored 4 goals in 4 minutes or something. There was a real stretch in that game where they just absolutely poured it on. Much to my chagrin, as I've got Shesterkin in at least 2 of my fantasy leagues.
Shesterkin has been one of the worst goalies over the last 11 games in the history of the NHL.
Oh, it's terrible. It's killing me. He's killing me. I wouldn't care otherwise. Hurricanes 5, Devils 2, which is for our WG, if he was watching, would be a good one. Senators, as somebody was saying, Keeley was saying, Senators lost 4-2 to the Jets. But don't worry, Keeley, the Jets will never lift Lord Stanley's Cup, despite this win.
That was after the Jets went down 2-0 in the second period.
Yeah.
With Hellebuck in net, and then came back for 4 goals.
Poured it on, yeah. Now, the Penguins lost 6-3 to the Islanders. I bet that was a fun game because those two are not on the best of terms. The question is, did Crosby get an assist?
Yes, he did.
And he did. So he now has officially got the Penguins assist record because he had it and then it was pulled back.
Yep. And that was from Lemieux, right?
That's right, from Lemieux, yeah. So he did get the assist. No, he didn't. It says 0.
I saw the announcements at the.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna.
Did they change it into tonight's game?
This was in the. I thought this was in the previous game.
Okay, maybe I just had things backwards.
So let me just.
So maybe he still doesn't have it.
At first, they announced if it looked like he had the assist. And I thought this was yesterday's game. No, it says December 28th, 6:45. So that must have been tonight.
Yeah, so I never saw them change the scoring.
So they changed it back and they took that assist away from him. So he still doesn't have the all-time assist leader above Lemieux for Pittsburgh.
I'm sure he'll get there.
Oh, I think he'll get it. Crosby's just the kind of player the Dallas Stars could be doing with right now. But unless he ain't going to go nowhere. So
all the whispering was to the Avs for quite a while there to go play with Nathan.
Well, he'd get another cup then, possibly. But
possibly.
So an event-filled game, 6-3 to the Islanders.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out if that was the game that the Islanders and one Patrick Waugh decided to pull the goalie with 10 minutes left in the third period, or if that was the game before that.
Well, probably not, because they were pretty far ahead.
The Islanders.
They were 4-3 ahead going into the third.
So it was the other game.
Yeah. Then. So tell us what happened in that.
All I saw was a clip of once again Waugh pulling a goalie at the 10-minute mark because they were ridiculously far behind. So it was like, all right, well, we've got to get like 5, so might as well pull the goalie. But
is that the same game that he went on the PA, you were saying, and apologized to the fans?
That was Friday morning's practice, which I've got that video. We could play that real quick.
Let's play that, yeah, because that's
Patrick Waugh at an open practice gets on the PA system and apologizes to all the fans in the stands at the practice for how the team is playing. So let's get this shared. Let's get to the right screen. Okay.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone for being here with us today. I also want to say thank you for your support. Don't get me wrong, we're not happy the way we've been playing in front of you guys. But I will say this to you, we're going to keep working extremely hard to make everyone
Well, not against that.
Yeah. It's just funny because it's Patrick Waugh.
That's right. Did he then go tell them to go fuck themselves? No.
He then told them, but we're not going to use a goalie the rest of the season.
That's right. We're going to play without a goalie.
We think that gives us the best chance of winning.
That's right. We're going to pull the goalie before the game starts. So,
like Eric said, the fans may have liked that. I'm not sure that
the players did.
That was great for team morale, but they know their crap.
These bums here.
I'm doing what I can with what I was given by the GM. Like, what do you want from me?
Don't you feel sorry for me? No. Well, they certainly had a good game today. But, so looking at some standings, obviously there's still a couple of games ongoing, but shouldn't affect this too much. The Leafs and Panthers will be hurting tonight about that one because they had the chance. That's 2 in a row they've lost, and they had a chance to go top, but they blew it. But the Canadians have kind of picked up a little bit. But interestingly enough, the Sabres, who had that 13-game losing streak, which is, I mean, they're used to that every year.
It was just the whole month of December up until yesterday.
And then they go on a hot streak of 2 wins. I felt bad for them because they weren't. I truly didn't think they were playing that badly. It just, nothing was going for them.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit bad for them. But then I always do feel bad for the Sabres. Soon they'll be probably. I mean, I was glad that they won a couple of games because the Stars play them not the next game, but the one after. If they'd kept losing, it would have been a guaranteed win against us because we're the streak breakers.
Of course.
Got a bad streak, play the Stars. You haven't scored in 30 games, play the Stars. Used to play for the Stars, play the Stars.
Yep.
Yep. So that's the way we're playing right now. It's a pretty. It's interesting. The Bruins are third with a -14 goal differential.
I'm surprised the Bruins have climbed back that much.
Oh, me too. Look at Tampa Bay must be wondering what they have to do to get above them. They've got +40 goal advantage.
Yeah. But
what are we going to do here?
But that's the thing in that division. It's just the top four just hammer the bottom four over and over and over and over and build up wins and goal differential.
Indeed, +40, and they're not even top of their division. The Metropolitan. Look at the Rangers. I mean, everyone, me included, thought the Rangers would be right up there this year. I thought,
right where they were last year and the year before.
They are just dying.
That's I mean, the players are trying to blame it on Drury. Drury's trying to make changes. I mean, they bench Kreider for what, two starts, or at least one start. They healthy
at least
scratched
one,
him.
one, I think.
And they traded Kako, and I don't know what fixes him, because Shesterkin's not looking like a goalie anymore, and you're bringing in Rempe to just try to take off people's heads. It's weird. It's very weird how this is playing out.
A complete
right now
collective meltdown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Islanders can go, we're above you guys.
The locker room's got to be ugly right now.
Oh, I would think so. Everyone's pointing at each other. But yeah, I mean, again, look at the goal differentials. I mean, there's an enormous drop off between the Hurricanes and the Penguins.
Yeah,
just crazy. There's no spread. It's like just top three, the rest.
Yep, point wise and differential wise.
Yeah, the Western. Well, Stars, of course, blew that. They've blown December as well. They've only won a handful of games, especially the long home stretch, and they just blew game after game. Looking pretty grim right now, clinging on to fourth. But they had the Wild dead and buried, and then lost that game. So instead of being 48 for the Wild, 41, it should have been like 46, 43, or 42. But yeah, the Avs 4 in a row now, so looking back to what you used to be.
Yeah, they have been on an absolute tear ever since we got the goalie trades done. They play like a completely different team. Like, they're actually confident in front of the goalie, and they're putting up tons of goals. I mean, right now, Nathan MacKinnon is leading the league in points by like 7, 8. And the player behind him by 4 or 5 points is Mikko Rantanen. You've got two Avs players leading the whole league in scoring.
Yeah.
And it's not particularly close at the moment.
No, and that's just the kind of thing that's guys like that win cups. So looking pretty good.
Could be another trophy for MacKinnon this year at the rate he's going.
Yeah, and that's the entire opposite of us, because we've got nobody doing anything. It's just terrible right now. Well, I forgot to mention, of course, so Mike and the Mike's there. Yeah, the Leafs may have lost today, but I mean, there's Mitch Marner scoring I don't have any clips of it, scoring a great natural hat trick the other day. So there's still a lot of good stuff going on at the Leafs. Whether or not they can get out of the first round of the playoffs is the question, but they're still looking pretty strong. I mean,
speaking of hat tricks, I can talk about that with the Avs a little bit too. In the last 2 games, we've had 2 players score hat tricks. One was
Kiviranta.
Kiviranta got his first regular season hat trick. The only other time he had gotten a hat trick, he referenced in his first Stars speech of the night, saying that it's not my first hat trick, but
playoffs.
I don't really want to address the other hat trick in front of this crowd.
Because it was for the Stars in the playoffs.
That came for the Stars against the Avs.
Yo,
then
fucking Kiviranta, as the Finnish commentator said.
And then yesterday, Arturi Lehkonen, who has been kind of an unsung hero on the Avs. I mean, he's really just does it all. Got his first ever hat trick. So
that's nice.
It's a big week for some of the players that aren't McKinnon and Makar and Rantanen too.
Yeah, but when you've got those guys, it encourages everybody else to, and gives them the space too to go and do stuff. So
yeah, especially when it's McKinnon getting the assist on all of these. So
I do have fond memories of Kiviranta's hat trick in the playoffs. I mean, especially
sure
as it was a series winner. But Joel fucking Kiviranta. But I'm glad for him. He's doing well. You know, it's good. He's a nice guy. Yeah. And the Pacific Knights are still 5 wins, still looking, unfortunately, pretty good. Yeah, there's a bit of a drop off below the Oilers. So
yeah, but just a little. I mean, Vancouver's starting to climb back up. I mean, Seattle. I don't know what that trade was about. I don't see Seattle making a push for the playoffs, but that seems to be what they were thinking they were doing.
I don't think it's going to happen. No,
there's still plenty of time to do it. Don't get me wrong, but it was a weird time to make a trade for a player like Kakko. So,
yeah.
But
well, sometimes you just make trades, don't you?
Golden Knights, unfortunately, as of yesterday, I don't know about tonight, but as of yesterday, they were leading the league.
Well, let's have a quick peek. Well, the Jets apparently are leading now.
Jumped them now.
Yeah, Knights second, the Devils third. You see, we figured the Devils. I keep every year for the last 3 years. I thought they're going to do something. Well, maybe they're getting there. But the Caps. I think
at the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have put any of these top 6 into the top 6 positions.
No, I would definitely not have. I don't think many people would have, but they might have said the Knights would be in there.
And you might have said Winnipeg just because of Hellebuck.
Yeah.
But I don't. Top 6, I don't know. I mean, I would have had Florida, Dallas. I wouldn't have had Colorado because I was so worried about our start with all the injury stuff. I would have had probably Toronto, the Canes, and the Rangers.
Yeah, Colorado with just a couple more. I mean, there's a big crush of teams within 2 points of each other. So
yeah, if we just extend this streak to 10 games, then we're all the way up in 5th or 6th.
There you go. That's what it's looking like. Our Stars have dropped to their mediocre position. So, and at the bottom, the team we play next, the Blackhawks, who will probably beat us because we lost to them last time. So we've lost to every one of these teams at the bottom.
Yep, I think the Avs have too.
Yeah. So, but there's the standings. We should look at the fantasy, of course. Much as my team is struggling, I'm determined to hit the bottom in this. I'm going for the bottom. So currently in the Bourbon and Boarding fantasy, some guy called Brahma and his Bulls is almost, it was like 7 or 8 points ahead of Mikey D. Come on, Mikey, get the finger out.
Fluctuated a little bit over the past couple weeks. I had dipped down all the way to 102, and Mikey went up to 101, I think. But some of these stat lines are just so close that it's just, it's going to come down to who runs out of players first, I think.
Well, it's the goalies that are killing me. Yesterday,
the goalies are bringing me up now.
Yesterday, I had Saros against Hofer. So I had both those goalies playing, and the game ended up something like 6-5. So I might have got a win.
You got a win and destroyed your save percentage and your goals against average.
Exactly. And the same with Shesterkin today. So that has absolutely destroyed me in all sorts of horrible ways. And I've been tweaking, trying to pick up stuff in certain stats. It's just not going to happen. I'm done.
Yeah, I've got a decision like that to make this week, and it may end up just being a no decision because I've got Hellebuck going against Blackwood for the Avs because I've got both of them. And sometimes it's like, at that point, the way the Avs are scoring right now, I don't know that I want to play Hellebuck because we've been in his head a lot. And I don't know that I trust Blackwood enough yet in a game like that against Hellebuck. So I may just sit them both.
Well, I'm beginning to think that not playing my players would be the best strategy in all categories.
Yeah. I think
because I'm losing in everything now.
The problem with my decision to try to sit them both is if you've got 3 goalies, you have to fill 2 spots. It will not just let you bench.
Yeah.
So one of them I've got to choose between Hellebuck and Blackwood.
Right. Okay. I would go with Blackwood.
I think I am going to because I think McKinnon and McCarr are going to get some points on Hellebuck again after playoffs last year where we just broke him for 6+ goals every game.
Yeah. The only possible bright spot for me is that I am only on 377 games played.
Yeah.
Quite a bit less than some players because I had been leaving players out. So, but the trouble is I'm falling so far behind in all these categories that I'm never going to make it up.
Well, the good news is you'll always beat my daughter's team.
Well, I don't know about that because I've lost 5.5 points today. There was a day last week she made up 7 points in one day.
There's got to be one category where she had a good day and
but there's
then lost them back probably.
Check my GAA and save percentage for today. And that was worse than that yesterday.
That's going to hurt.
That's going to hurt. So, but yeah, you're killing it right now.
Smokey said he's made a bold decision with his team.
He has. Let's see, Smokey. Let's see, Smokey's bench warmers. Let's take a look at Smokey's team. Well, he's got Scheifele. Good. I mean, there's a good stat lines today there.
Yeah.
DeBrusque, a good stat line.
Overall, from what I see, he's got either a 0 or a +1 for the day.
Yeah, looking pretty good there. Nothing on the goalie front.
Oh, he went and picked up Wedgwood. That's what he's going to be talking about.
The wedge wall. Or Wedgwood with the
he
ease
dropped
with
his bench players.
Okay, right. So we, what I would say is that Wedgwood, instead of ease, he used to have a 3 when he was in the Stars forums.
Yeah.
So it would W3 because he always gives up 3 goals.
I think they've officially nicknamed our goalie stable as the Lumberyard now.
Lumberyard.
That's
Wedgwood,
the one that seems to have stuck. Blackwood and Wedgwood.
So you're saying there's a lot of wood in your dressing room?
Oh, well, there's 3 of them. There's Blackwood, Wedgwood, and Miles Wood.
And Miles Wood, yeah.
If you've got wood in your name, you're coming to the Avs.
So we know the theme. But anyway, there you're dominating today. And you've actually had a good day again. And so has Cocho. Cocho's had a good day.
Yep.
And I've had a shitty day.
Cocho's had a real good day. 5.5 point. Of course, it looks like he took him directly off of you. 5.5 and 5.5.
Yeah, that's the lowest I've ever been. I was up to 70 a few days ago, and now it's right back down. The goalies have killed me. So.
Let's check on Bill's expert team and see if he is.
So what?
Bill just lost 6 points today, so I'm guessing he started playing the goalies.
Oh,
yep, and he got blown up.
He got blown up. Yeah.
So with as few games as that guy has played, his goalies, a 4.82 and a 8.28 is going to massively move his numbers.
Oh, he just got blown up there. Yeah. Now he's not. Clearly, it's a bot because he's got 2 IRs and he's not using them.
Right.
He's not put them on IR.
It's just a shame Mikko Rantanen is sitting on a bot team.
Well, as the commissioner of the league, maybe I can do something about that.
I think not.
Well, he might just turn up in my team.
Yeah. I tried trading with one of the bots at the beginning of the season just to see if they even acknowledge, and they don't. So there it is. That's the fantasy league. You're killing it. You're still killing it. Well, we've got a few more clips to play though. So
yeah, I can give you. Let's see if I can find this. Oh yeah, so this I don't want to perpetuate stereotypes about people from southern states, but this is a Florida Panthers fan. So now, if it was the girl with the pink hat on to the right, that might have been okay.
Or any girl compared to that, yeah.
Yeah, so Florida Panther fans excited about a Barkov goal. So I just thought that was quite funny. Let's talk about some goalie stuff. This is a good one. This is I don't know if this would count as a save of the year, but it's certainly a save.
Came right up. Did it go in? If not, how did he catch it and keep it out?
Oh, the one on his neck?
The one on his neck, yeah.
Yeah, I did see that one.
What a save!
Now, you got to give him credit. He reacted.
And he knew where the puck landed.
Yeah.
He felt it.
Yeah. And he puts his
catcher down
right
in
back
case
there.
it does
Yeah.
start sliding.
That's really good goaltending, I think.
Yeah, my question on this was, how are the players allowed to put their gloves on the puck?
I thought that too. That they can't just go up and grab it. It's in play. It's still in play.
Yeah, it wasn't a frozen puck. So I was curious as to how that wasn't called a penalty or a penalty shot, because players who are not the goalie are not allowed to glove the puck if it's going into the goal.
I mean, that was weird. They should not have been allowed to touch it. It hadn't been blown down.
But it was a pretty skillful and very aware save.
Yeah, well played to Monty there, that goalie's. I do have a goalie fight from, I think this is Adirondack. Maybe
banging his stick on the ice at center.
Petrozelli
takes a look at the bench.
Goalies are dropping the gloves. So he's tapping. There he goes.
Yep, I did see this one. It's not much of a fight, if I recall.
No, but at least they tried. I like the first punch was great.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, it was the goalie that on the ground that really wanted it, I think, and he got hammered.
And then he tapped out.
They tapped out, yeah. I would hate to see these leagues. I don't know if that's it's not the AHL, is it? Adirondack. Sure. But I'd hate to see them backing off of this stuff. Anyway, it's pretty good.
I've got an interesting one that I'm not sure if it is AI. I don't think it is. I think this is a guy just practicing some trick shots, but it is a pretty cool shot. So
we'll do it. Yeah,
I saved it, and we'll have a peek at it. Pretty sweet move.
Oh god, yeah.
But I really can't tell if this is if the puck is just AI generated. It's everything that he's doing.
To tell. See, that's the problem now, that you have to doubt certain things.
Well, the puck doesn't even look like the normal puck color.
It
looks very gray. So
that last move looked pretty.
Catching
weird.
it into the Michigan. Yeah. So I'm not sure on that one, but it was pretty cool looking.
If it's real,
let's look.
If it's real, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some skill, though. I'm going to show you this one. This was they're calling this the mini Timu Solani. It's a kid in a shark. It's a Sharks. I guess not Sharks. Ducks. Sorry, mid-period thing.
Yeah. Like the mini mites.
Yeah, so it's not only a great goal, but he does a great celly.
Partner coming up,
Little Timu.
Going to break here. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
This is it. He does the old throws the puck.
Yeah.
Well played, that kid.
Partner
That's
coming
funny.
up, Little
Nice.
Timu Solani going to break
That
here.
was
We'll
at
be
the
back in just a
Avs
few
Ducks
minutes.
team. So well played. I mean, I love when I see this. Kids that can,
Having fun with the game.
Yeah, you know that if hockey's got a good future if kids like that are still in it.
Yep.
That's funny. Good one.
We talked about this one earlier. This is the Celebrini, just ridiculous play.
Yeah,
he just sticks
good.
with it all the way. So we'll.
Free and has time to make the play. Dorothea. And he'll
Picks
give
the
it away to
pocket.
Celebrini.
Gets around this guy, taps it from the ground.
Yeah.
Gets it back.
Saved by Hill at the side.
Nice.
Gets the rebound, passes the rebound. Goal.
Sweet.
That's just a lot of hard work.
I really do like
not
the way
giving up.
that they're playing. They are trying to play some good stuff.
And the extra effort right there. And then Will Smith, how does he find Celebrini? I have no idea. And then Celebrini gets it to the net as the settlement.
That's great. Yeah, good play.
It's just
nice.
Good hard play.
Very nice.
I can appreciate that from him.
Yeah.
I like that he's not being praised in the same way and just anointed like they did with Bedard.
Yeah,
he's earning it. Bedard, this stuff was annoying. Celebrini may end up being a better player than Bedard.
I actually think he might be. In my opinion, he might go further and higher. I don't know why I feel like that. I think there's just a certain kind of swagger about him, but not in an arrogant way. Just he seems to be loving what he's doing.
Yeah, and especially after getting injured in the very first game of the season.
Yeah.
He's come back and is playing pretty well.
We mentioned Patrick Laney earlier, who's having a bit of a renaissance at the Habitant. I did marry someone from Quebec, although she's English, not French. Don't call her French. So he's been sniping them in from his office there. Power play killer. Boom.
Yeah.
I do like.
He's getting quite a few from Ovi's office.
Yeah, he is. I do like the one thing I like about the Quebecois is the commentators.
Yeah.
I can't understand them, but they're usually pretty
excitable.
Good. Sorry.
This no-look pass
from that
Tavares
one.
is just filthy.
It is brilliant, yeah.
Rebound to Tavares.
No look. Between his legs, backwards, across the crease.
Nice.
Takes a look and says, I can't believe you did that. Talbot with a great save early on.
Ding.
But how about that?
Beautiful.
Flat, you could see Talbot at the other
crazy.
side.
It is. That is sweet. Gotta admit, there is some talent there in the Leafs. There is some talent, much as I hate them. No, sorry, Mike. There's another no-looker. This was another team we all love to hate, the Preds, of course.
Here's O'Reilly with a little room. Tried to get it through the traffic. Centered in front. Score!
Gotta see that one on the replay.
Yeah, here we go.
Started to make plays. Look at O'Reilly. Realizes he's got space. The Kings are trying to take care of the front end.
Nice.
Look at that pass.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I got to give him credit for that. Pretty sweet. Because it's interesting. You played that no-look pass, and there was another one. Oh, okay. So we had a big Patrick Laney, but this is Orlov. An absolute missile. Piss missile, as they call it here. I don't know. It's a piss missile. This is just as well nobody got in the way of this one.
5 seconds left. Now it's Walker. Tees it up. Orlov, he scores!
That's a beauty.
Yeah.
Just
it's
nailed
1-1.
that one.
Orlov blisters it home.
The only thing is, I always think Orlov sounds like a guy that should be in a horror movie.
Like Nosferatu?
Yes, Orlov. Orlov, come here.
To make the one extra pass.
Oh, it looks even better from that angle.
Yeah.
5 seconds left.
There's, you don't want to get in the way of that.
Here's just another really nice passing play for a goal. I mean, just a good-looking play all around. So this is the Devils Rangers. Timo Meier starts it. Ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
nice. Beautiful.
Just
Fast.
tic-tac-toe, straight in. Goalie had no chance.
It's quality. Yeah, total quality. That's just Durkin, probably.
But he had no hope on this.
No, it just so the fast, fluid movement, accurate passing. There's no substitute for that. It's just you can't do anything about that. But that's how you score goals.
Yep.
Yeah, it's either that or you get really greasy. But that was beautiful.
That was a great play. I like that one.
That is a beauty. Yeah. We should, as I'm a Canadian citizen, we should talk about the World Juniors briefly.
Do you want to bring it up as a Canadian citizen?
Well, yeah, you know. So Canada managed to achieve something that not many teams have, which is they lost to Latvia in the World Juniors in a shootout. And I think they put something like 58 shots on the goal. And they still
the
lost
Latvian goalie was just like, no,
niet, or whatever they speak.
It was either
Latvia.
56 or 58 shots.
Yeah, some ridiculous. And they won. It's just...
And good for them. That's probably the biggest thing that's ever happened in
it
country.
will be. And then they got hammered by the US after. But,
oh, yeah.
And there he goes. They got the win against Canada.
The funny thing is, most of the chatter on Twitter has been, is hockey still Canada's sport if they can't beat Latvia?
Yeah. Yeah. And there were a couple of... Look at that. I know how you feel, buddy.
Just stunned.
I've been to some World Juniors games as a Canadian, and it's always been fun, but that was just... So, yeah, the goalie was like, there's just no... It was like, he stopped 54 of 56.
Yeah. And then everything in the shootout.
Yeah. 54 56, yeah.
So that was a major upset. There was also the defending national champions in college tonight, Denver, was stunned in a 7-6 shootout win by UNLV.
Oh, I saw that. That's just...
So defending national championships, Denver University crushed by UNLV in a shootout win.
Yeah, and that's almost as big an earthquake.
That's a pretty big shocker.
It's a pretty big shocker, yeah.
Las Vegas beating either, CC or DU is, those have been very, very good programs in college hockey for a long time.
This is going to happen sometimes, and I think it's always good that it happens.
Yeah, underdog actually winning every now and then is good.
Yeah,
I don't care about Denver. CC is the one that's in town with me, and I used to have season tickets to them, but they've fallen off a little bit. But it doesn't bother me at all when Denver loses. So
I do like Davinia's chat. Canada hasn't lost to Elbonia yet. Actually, it's funny. At least we're not as bad as what was it? The Czechs beat the Kazakhstanis 14-2. So at least Canada didn't lose 14 goals. This is Latvia, one of Latvia's goals. It's quite sweet. It's a sweet goal. Oh, sorry, this is Canada. This was the Canadian goal. Sorry,
that goalie just got frozen. He should have come out.
So this was the Canadian goal. Sorry, I've got more clips. But this is. But yeah,
you just had to give yourself a little bit of hope, huh?
For all that, yeah, you went and blew it. Yeah, I've got a couple of other clips, but this was the Canadian shorty. And it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, free goal.
Yeah. Pachenko.
I mean, the goalie was thinking, why wouldn't you have gone out and tried to poke check that before he got there?
Yeah. See, at least the problem was they didn't have that player Bonk playing for them. If they had Bonk playing for them, they might have won. What's this, Marchand?
Yeah, Marchand got... So it's better than it looks.
Oh, and another.
He gets the stick to his nuts, and then somebody shoots the puck, and it hits him straight in the ass.
The puck in the ass.
Shoot the puck.
Oh, right there. That was I didn't have this bookmarked. That's an accidental one. That's funny.
No, I had it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a bonus clip for you right there.
And then after the game, they asked Pasta, "Did you see Marchand after the game?" And he said, "Yeah, he's got some bruising."
This is the UNLV in the shootout.
Yep.
Nice, well taken.
UNLV going crazy on the bench.
There's nothing quite like that. Underdog winning like that. It's like miracle, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they have got a guy called Status Tokopokopoulos.
Where are we in the college hockey landscape right now? I mean, we haven't started. Have we started the tournament? Or are we heading to the Frozen Four? Or,
I don't.
And is it one and you're done?
We're heading.
It seems like it's one and you're done. If
we'll need to catch up on that next week, I think, because I need time to kind of look into. I haven't been following it. I've been following the World Juniors a little bit, but not the. I don't think we're at the Frozen Four yet.
No, I mean, if it was the Frozen Four, it wouldn't be one and done. I don't think. I think it's best if. Well, I don't know. I can't. College hockey has never been a thing with me, so.
No, I'm not huge on it.
I had tickets just because it was here, but I mean, CC when I had tickets, it was just like blowing out teams 12-2 every game you went to, so it wasn't exactly exciting hockey.
It's not fun, yeah. So this is I want to know what you think of this one. This is Hail TZ Burton, good to see you, and Hail Canadian Spider-Man.
And so Lisa, since we haven't said hi to Lisa or Southern Belle yet.
Yeah, Lisa, Southern Belle, good to see you guys. Good to see all of you. Thank you for being here with us.
Keeping our women watching hours up.
I think we've got more women watching this than men.
I think I do on Sunday mornings.
Some of them I'm not so sure about. This is the thing. So some of the men, are they really? So this is this was a pretty bad one when you look at it. The knee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Timo Meier.
Yeah, that is quite bad.
Meier's leading with the shoulder. I don't see.
Everybody's saying it was an intentionally dirty hit. I thought he was trying to get the check on, and
I don't think it was intentional, but it's bad. But
he did get the 5 in the game misconduct, and we'll see if he gets a suspension call. But
no,
I mean, he's leaning in with the top of his body to try to hit, not to bring his knee in.
But I don't know if the knee makes as much contact as you think here.
It's a lot of thigh.
Yeah,
it is knee on knee too, but he's not leaning to connect knee on knee. He's leaning to try to connect with the upper body.
He's kind of lucky that Nekas had his stick like this, because otherwise he would have hit him in the face with his stick on the way down.
Yeah,
like Meier's stick came down right in line with his head. So, but game misconduct, but.
I don't expect a suspension.
I don't think there'll be a suspension, no.
And since Timo Meier is on my team in fantasy, I'm going to just go ahead and call it. It's not a suspension.
Indeed. I don't think it's as bad as it looked at first, but it's still not great. But it's certainly, I mean, the Rempe
they've got to do something anytime it's knee on knee, even if it's unintentional.
Yeah.
But I really think he was trying to throw a check, and Nekas just dodged it. But didn't dodge with the lower body.
No, you've got to take all of your body with you when you dodge.
You
can't leave half of it behind.
Duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Dip, dive, and dodge. Duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Do I have to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile, and I like the taste.
I like the taste. If you can't dodge a wrench, I've lost my picture's disappeared. For me.
Well, it looks like you froze up.
Oh dear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? I am probably almost clipless. I have a couple of fights, but whether they're any good or not, that's a different issue.
Also, whether they'll play or not, since you're frozen on.
I'm frozen.
What I
am in the defensive zone. So that was noisy. I am the Frozen Four. This is the...
Okay. Yeah. Almost landed that uppercut. And we'll just stop. Maybe. Well, I've got one other fight that's kind of interesting. I mean, the fight doesn't take up any time, but kind of what's going on around the fight interests me. So, no problem. I'll retransition it real quick. So, this was the Avs against Utah yesterday. And the most unlikely of fighters gets involved, Nathan MacKinnon.
Nichushkin winds it deep. Rantanen lets it flow through. MacKinnon plays it up top, Gerard. Gerard to Nichushkin towards the net. Blocked in front, Makar through the skates of Rantanen. And now we've got a fight. MacKinnon drops the gloves with Barrett Hayton. And those two tumble to the ice with 7.5 seconds to go in the period.
Okay, so we've got no sound for you, Brian, so we'll probably end up calling it after this clip, or you can try to reload while I'm explaining about this. So, the weird thing about this is Nathan MacKinnon has had 6 fights in his career. 4 of the 6 have come against Arizona/Utah now. The whole situation where he threw the helmet at the other player, also Arizona. I don't know what it is about the Arizona/Utah team, but they piss off Nathan MacKinnon like nothing I've ever seen before. It's crazy. And when Nathan MacKinnon gets pissed, he plays really, really good. But it's just weird that 4 out of the 6 fights that he's had in his career, and we're talking MVP caliber player, is all against this team. And they're not particularly a good team, that through their Arizona history. So,
okay, I'm back.
All right. Brian's back, so hopefully you guys can hear him. Let us know if you can hear him now. But
they'll say, yes, unfortunately we can hear him.
But I was just saying, it's weird that Nathan MacKinnon's 4 out of 6 of Nathan MacKinnon's fights have come against Arizona/Utah.
You see, he picks his battles.
He hates them for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, he gets fired up, angry at them.
Isn't that weird?
We do need to show this. We got $5 from Eric K. I just put in the Tox's glory hole a fight of a whole different thing. I think comics and culture are involved with this. I'll check it real quick and see before we get out of here.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So
okay, right. It should be okay. It just keeps telling me my stream audio is 0, but I think that might be bullshit. But yeah.
Lisa says 5x5, so I think we're good.
Cool. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I mean, it's this laptop is falling apart. So it's supposed to be a great gaming laptop. Eric can hear me, so that's to his misfortune. He can hear me.
Eric, we can't play that clip, even though it's blurred. Eric's trying to get us to play that clip that's been going around from Twitter, where it's the guys with their junk out,
their tackle,
sword fighting.
I'm not sure I want to see that anyway.
Yeah.
Because Eric, just because that's what you do when we're in Vegas, Eric, doesn't mean everybody should see that.
You got to feel bad for the guy who's got the dagger compared to the sword, though.
That's right. It's just a flesh wound.
Well, that's that's, I think, all of my.
I think that's it for me. I've
my
played,
stuff this week.
I've, that's all my clips. Just checking in. There's only one game still on. It is the Flames Sharks, and it's 1:42 left in the third, and the Flames are winning at 2-1. Go Sharks!
Actually, I can show this one last clip. This actually happened in a game earlier tonight. It's sort of a fight and sort of a big hit since we didn't have any major big hits tonight. So we'll show it, even though it's not that great of a clip. Let's see.
And Eric K, thank you for another $5 super chat. Comics and culture make extra dollars in the midget division. Short round. That's a short round.
Yes. All right, so this is Grunstrom has a huge open ice collision with Pashal.
A couple of seasons ago, Tyler took goalie. There's a big collision. Grunstrom. The Flames, Pahal, and down is Grunstrom. As Pahal now in a scrap with Nico Sturm after that hit. And those two going at it at center ice.
Oh, they're just cuddling.
A little bit.
Two strong men, and they go down.
Two strong men, manly men.
Lisa says that you sound a little bit like Jock.
I do. That cousin of mine, yeah, he's all right.
So I do want to see the actual huge collision at the beginning again.
I do, yeah, I want to see that again.
It's pretty big.
Oh, that's a big one, yeah. Ouch.
That looked painful.
Oh, yeah. The thing is that isn't the Calgary player tripped by his own player?
Maybe.
Yeah, there's a number of things going on there, but it's still pretty bad.
Yep. So
ice is hard.
That was the big hit I've got from the last 2 weeks. I mean, there were a few that were illegal, like the Rimpe hit, but that one was just a huge.
That was just a clusterfuck. Yeah.
Yeah, the collision at center ice. So.
So that's been groovy. Yes. Thank you to Mod Eric K as well thank you to Eric K for both your chats and your super chats and your gifted memberships and all that good stuff. Yes, Southern Belle, I do have a herd of ewes on guard 24/7. They're armed. It's the Special Forces division of the flock. With specially pointed teeth as well. Pointy teeth. They're trying to take each other's shorts off. Man, Brad Marchand did win the night, I think, with his comment.
Yeah.
Speaking of shorts off in the dressing rooms.
Yeah. I saw him naked just a few minutes ago. It looks fantastic. We were in the shower. You want me to continue?
So I think that he wins the week, I believe. It's been groovy. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us and, for sticking with us after the night off that you had last week. There will be no more nights off. Well, it might be. Who knows?
Well, we might, during the Four Nations thing, we'll definitely be covering the Four Nations, but I don't know what the schedule is going to be as much as how much hockey's being played, if we'll just cover the whole Four Nations after it's done.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Was that 6 weeks from now? 6 weeks?
February,
yeah.
So,
but 5-6 weeks, yeah.
Getting there, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Keely, glad you enjoyed the show. I hope everybody did enjoy it on all the channels that we are on.
Bill, I would play the Marchand thing with the shirts off, but I delete it after I play it so that it doesn't keep taking up space on the drive because I've got way too many clips.
Exactly. I do that too. So Flames have wrapped that game up with the empty netter, I think. So it's 3-1. So I was going to say, so you've got the bullpen tomorrow morning, yeah?
Bullpen at 10:30 Mountain tomorrow morning. So 12 hours, 11 hours and 54 minutes from now.
You're getting some big crowds at that, so good for you, mate.
We're starting to get some stuff going there. It's been fun. We had Mad on there last week, and somehow Mad being there drew us 60 new viewers.
Wow.
And I mean, Mad's going to take credit for it. I don't know where it's actually coming from, but we had our normal returning viewers, but 60 new viewers, which is the biggest number we've had in new.
Yeah.
So it must have hit the algorithm a little bit. But we're starting to get some trolls in there. So obviously, for a political show, you're doing something right if you're getting trolls in the chat.
That's right. They're scared. They're scared of you.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But we've got that coming up. For my chat, I have you guys set to raid over to Zach's show if it's still on. He usually is.
Oh, I didn't do that shit. Too late now. I think I actually might have said to Zach's I would go on this show later, but we'll see. Because I feel like going to bed. Knackered. I don't have any specific live shows of my own this week. I've got some videos out though. I did do, and I'll do another one tomorrow. I did a video about the first 5 episodes of Squid Game season 2, and then I've got a video to do tomorrow on the final 2 of that season, and I've also done a video on another Korean show that I absolutely loved that I saw recently called Light Shop, which is just pure quality, absolutely brilliant show. And I'm working on a few other bits and pieces. So
season 2 kind of disappointed me.
Well, the issue,
especially the way they chose to do it.
Yeah,
without spoiling things, but
yeah. The issue I think is that because there is none of the surprise of season 1 in that you were seeing the game, you didn't know what it was, then you saw each different game being played, and it was like the drama was all within the games as well. Here, the outside story of trying to take the people that are doing the games down, it's become more like of a normal mystery action thing. It's less about the games and more about that.
It's just the side characters don't really appeal to me either. I mean, some of them did in the other game or in the other season.
Yeah.
In this one, it's just like, well, I want that person to die. I would like that person to die. I would like that person to die. And then the way the season ends wasn't terribly great for me.
And I don't like that because that's a function of splitting it into 2 parts, and I hate that.
And waiting another year for the second half of the show.
I can't stand that. So I do enjoy the 2 main guys, Lee Young-jae and Lee Byung-hun. It was great to see Lee Byung-hun getting more screen time because as the front man,
Storm Shadow.
Yeah, Storm Shadow. Normally he had the mask on. This time he's been in it more.
Yeah,
and he is a great actor. But
well, we won't spoil your whole video.
It's more of a normal action type show now than it is about the weirdness of the game. So anyway, I still enjoyed it. I just, but I can't praise.
I didn't think
this.
It was as strong as the first season.
Yeah, it's and it was never. This is another product of not. It shouldn't have had a second season.
Correct.
It was one and
but
done,
they
and most
have left it on the possibility of a second season.
Yeah, and I think the creator inserted that.
Possibly.
It wasn't really ever meant to have that last little bit in it, but they thought, well, this is going to be big, so let's set up with the possibility. Because most Korean shows generally do not get sequels; they're one and done. That's a thing there. They just do one and done.
This was an international hit.
Yeah. But this show I watched, Light Shop, another Korean show, was absolutely beautiful show, brilliant show. It's the same guy that did a show called Moving, which was about parents with kids with superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds like just another comic book type thing. It wasn't. It was really great stories about the people and about the lengths parents would go to protect their children from agencies that would exploit them. So it was about families and parents and great stories. Well, Light Shop is a different genre, but it is connected to that and it's in the same universe. And the guy's just such a great writer of people stories and how to create threads and something and bring it together. I can't praise the writer of it highly enough. He's so good. But anyway.
Anyway, you got $2 from
Snowdub. Till Jackie forgot his sheep harness. He just needs Wellington boots. Harness not required.
And
thank you, Snowdub. Appreciate that, mate.
Even though I don't think it's what I think the ladies are really going to want to see, I did find the Marchand clip again.
Oh,
so
do it.
we can play it because Marchand's not the one that's topless. He's talking about Pasta being naked in the shower.
Well, we'll do it for Snowdub.
Yeah, that sounds about right then. Let's see. Transition that. Get that off there. Make sure we got sound. All right, so last clip of the night. Marchand again talking about a naked David Pastrnak.
Oh, I can't hear it. That might just be me, of course.
I mean, it's not like it's something pretty to look at.
Yeah, I'm not hearing that, but it could just be me.
Well, we'll do it with closed captioning then.
It is funny. I mean, that was very, very sharp, very funny.
So it wasn't as spicy as Lisa and Southern Belle probably wanted it to be, but you got to look at Marchand's ugly mug. So
yeah, and it is ugly. It is ugly. Anyway, thanks everybody.
I don't know what's going on with the sound. It for whatever reason, it wasn't bringing it through.
It's all fucked up, man.
Yep.
So,
of course, the last thing we do has to go wrong. That's kind of how these shows go.
That's right. By the end of the night, it's a disaster. Starts off bad and gets worse. It goes downhill from there. Starts at the bottom and goes downhill from there.
So rather than playing an intro for an outro, since we're sending some of the chat over to Zach's, we'll just go ahead and say goodnight because I don't want to make you sit through the minute 40 just to get to the raid portion. So hopefully you guys have a great evening. We will see you next Saturday. Watch some hockey and hope everybody has a great New Year's.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Happy New Year.
Night, everybody.